they get offended to eat. Throw a pear. Just take it and move on. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Vicky, good to see you. Do you have PJ Cruikshank?
Oh, good. That's still flying. Dude, still loves us.
Hey, man. Michael Korn, what's up, Peter Debian? How you guys doing? And we are live, I think. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Tonight's going to be a very triggersome stream for some people. We've already been having some triggered numpties like Sean Hawkins coming in.
You know, Flatzoid, both you and Dave are just...
Get out of my pocket!
You are too much of a coward.
And Craig, if you beat the fallacy king.
You stupid woman.
That's going to be an interesting one tonight. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. It's going to be exciting. We do have PJ Cruikshank, Michael Korn, Jeff Conkle, and Al in Restream.
Yep, that laugh from Craig absolutely kills me.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
Awful.
But he does have a...
He's a tea here.
Yeah. The poor guy. Anyway, but it's good to see you guys. Hope you guys had a good day.
Not bad.
It's good. Hi, everybody in YouTube lands. Good to see you guys. I'm glad you could come. Please don't forget to hit the likes, share the show. It really does help the show to get out to a wider audience. It's good to see you all. Tonight we're going to be doing part 2. By the way, this guy actually came back to me. He would love to talk to us.
Ooh, cool. That's brilliant.
So that would be
brilliant. Cool. I actually forgot to leave him a message. You know, I usually go over and leave a message when you say that, and I totally forgot. But at least it's someone's said it, and it's happening. That's good. Well, he wants to at least. That's a good thing.
That's good, and he does look honest at least.
Aye.
So it would be cool to actually have a discussion with him and see how it goes. Obviously, he's just chatting about the biblical kind of view. I don't know if he'll still be the same type of person if it ends up going to just normal
look like
photos.
Being a bit clever in your comment section.
Yeah. Oh, Roger's trying to get it, but it's not working. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. I think we should get to it. Did I not share the show? No.
What's that? Why are you saying that, Vicky? He just said he's not making another video. He made, said 4 videos ago he wasn't making another till Tuesday. That's true. I did, and that was like 3-4 videos ago. Like nothing more till Tuesday, and I've got one ready to go as well. But yeah, I might put it on as a premiere tonight, and then I'll have the show tomorrow. They'll have their live stream tomorrow.
Hey, Roger, what's up?
Not much, guys. How's it going?
Good in yourself. Okay, you guys ready to start?
Yeah.
This is where we sort of ended last night. So we'll see.
Some people talk too fast to confuse and disorient. And some people just repeat their view loud enough, long enough, with a big enough crowd that the opposition eventually gets tired and gives up, basically shouting them down.
A relic of Neolithic man, 50,000 years old if it's a day.
Charles Darwin's brilliant theory
is a fact in the same sense as it's a fact that the Earth orbits the sun.
Sure, wow, that's quite a statement. That's quite a statement.
Oh, they're both fallacies right there.
Fact. Evolution, Darwinism is not a fact, guys. It's as far from the fact as it can be.
Yep.
That's like insane.
Yeah, evolution is garbage.
And now he says orbiting the sun is a fact. What? Oh man. But yeah, to be fair, Richard Donkey Brains Dawkins, as David Wood likes to call him, he's not one of the brightest.
Donkey Brains is giving him too much credit. You know what I mean? And Donkey's a lot more intelligent than old Dawkins.
So yeah, it's Donkey Brains Dawkins. Yeah, Edwin Hubble would disagree with that. Exactly, Al.
I'm going to be ruthless, like I'm going to be ruthless. But if you believe in Darwin and you believe in evolution, you ain't no Christian. So,
Oh, definitely not. How can you believe, especially evolution? How could you believe in?
That's the issue that a lot of Christians have these days. I don't understand. I mean, like we were talking yesterday about with IP in inspiration philosophy. Michael Jones. He is a Christian, but I think he's more Catholic though. I think he's a Catholic to be fair, but he does believe in evolution, which doesn't make sense because why would God create evolution?
Is that Roger just getting?
It means you absolutely deny Genesis when God crafted a man out of dust of earth and blew.
Yeah, he says it's allegorical.
And created a living soul, and that's not what Darwin's saying and all that business, is it?
Takes the credit right out.
Not in line with scripture. So how can you be a Christian?
Yeah,
he says it's allegorical.
Yeah, takes the credit right out of God's hands and puts it into you're a mistake. You know what I mean? It happened by hands.
Again.
Yeah, that's Roger.
Yeah, Roger, mate, you got very bad reception, mate.
Yeah, I hear you.
Staticky.
Yeah,
Yeah, really bad, man.
Maybe I should go into Discord.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, try Discord. It might be better for you.
Okay.
Go.
Can you mute first? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly open the Discord for him.
You my head off, is he? It's like
I don't know why he struggles a lot when he comes into Restream.
Yeah, it's like tinfoil being scrumpled up inside your brain. Yeah.
Al says, how can Christ fully invent Adam if Adam is just an allegory? The thing is, he does believe Adam and Eve were real. He just believes they were the first modern man.
Yeah, they had to evolve into Adam and Eve. It's just ridiculous.
That's why they believed like that's how Cain and Abel found wives.
No, I'm not having it. Right? Bible says that the man and woman were created. Well, Adam were created from dust of earth.
That's right.
Eve were created from Adam.
From Adam. So they're basically made out of the same stuff.
That's no monkeys, missing links, none of that business. Like this guy's denying scripture. He's not a Christian, and I'm going to be harsh about it.
Absolutely. I agree with Michael. You can't believe in evolution and be a Christian at the same time. You can't hold to what it says in the Bible and hold to the textbook of evolution. I mean, it should be called evolution, because it's an evil thing put in front of us by the enemy. Simple to take.
Think about it
from God.
Yeah, you think about it. God created. Evolution says we weren't created.
That's right. We just happened.
Yeah.
Out of nothingness and
we were a mistake.
Yeah.
We were a mistake in a tiny speck in a ball of expanding gases and rock.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Does Roger need the link for the Discord again?
Yeah, but on flip side of that mistake, though, it turns out that mistake's like one of the best things that, like, even we can't create how good that creation is.
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, if God, he is. He's all powerful. Do you know what I mean? He's the Almighty. Why would he need to make a process, create a process like evolution when he can just talk it? Like, let there be light. There was light. And you know what I mean? He can talk things into existence. Why does he have to? Why would he bother going through this millions and billions of years of evolution just to get to man, to get to that
You
point.
don't-
You
you don't
just say,
need-
there
you
you go. Yeah.
You don't need to even go down that line of thinking, though. Like, Scripture tells you exactly how he created man.
No, of course not. Of course you don't. I'm just
Man
saying.
were instantly a man.
Yeah, instantly.
There
Exactly.
no evolution, like, so.
Yeah,
Either
exactly.
you agree with Bible or you don't. If
Exactly.
you're going to go evolution, you
Yeah.
don't agree with Bible, you're not a Christian.
That's why people say, "Whoa, what came first, chicken and the egg?" Chicken. Chicken came first. Simple. You don't. An egg never came first. You don't have life from death. You have death from life, but you don't have life from death. You know what I mean? So yeah, chicken was first. Simple.
Yeah. Roger just tapped into Discord. How's it going, Roger? Can you hear us better?
I can hear you just fine.
I don't think.
Oh,
it's
there,
even
much
a
better,
hard
man.
question. You know, when people say,
That's much,
We're
much
talking about chickens.
better. Evolution. Yeah.
We're talking about what came first.
checking. Right?
Okay, let's listen to further what he has to say, though.
I have to say, these authority cues are a tad less legitimate than the ones I try to employ. They can be indicators of conceptual weakness or dishonesty. And that is an alarm bell that whenever a glober is talking, the flat earthers never tire of ringing. A minute ago, I brought up the spread of conflict thesis in the 1800s, and I mentioned Samuel Rowbotham. Rowbotham was the father of the modern flat earth movement, and the first person in history to make a serious, persistent claim that the sun stays above eye level 24/7, 365. Now, I'm not exactly sure what flat earthers think happened here, but Rowbotham was not Neo in the Matrix, the only free-thinking person in a world enslaved.
Obviously not.
Well, Neo wasn't the only free thinker in the Matrix, was he? He was like the next
He was
in a
just
long
the
line of
chosen
people.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the chosen one.
Yeah, exactly. He was the representation of, well, say Jesus in a film, anyway. You know?
Actually.
He was also not the first person to point a stupid telescope out a window. In fact, no reasonable person can even conclude that he got his local sun idea by any detailed observation at all. Especially since, when pressed on this, flat earthers claim there's some sort of optical illusion that conceals it anyway.
Are you now saying the size of the sun is uniform?
Yes.
No, it's not, because we see through an atmosphere. Have you ever seen like a supermoon where the size of the moon is like insanely big because of atmospheric refraction?
It's an optical illusion, though. That's not just some claim, it's not an assumption.
Okay, yes, definitely optical effects. This has been demonstrated many times.
You're dealing with an anti-flat earther here. You know, any kind of thinking that is all right is worth talking to now. You're dealing with an anti-flat earther here, mate. Big time.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at like I'm saying, with on topic now, yeah, it's explained using optical phenomena. It doesn't change the fact that it's the sun and the moon moving across the sky over a flat plane. It doesn't change that.
I'm also curious on how, like, he's talking about, oh, he's not the only one that had a telescope pointing out his window. Well, does he not also not realize how like crappy their telescopes were back then?
They weren't good.
Like you can get binoculars that work better than their telescopes.
Magnifying glass. Yeah, the bifocals and yeah, the bottom part of a bit of glasses is better than the telescopes.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious that they actually think, well, they had telescopes back then. Well, they couldn't see very good. But
their telescopes were as good as taking a toilet roll, sticking paper at the end, and just sticking a pinhole through it. That was how good their telescopes were then.
Yeah.
You have better magnification with people's glasses today.
Yeah, it's it. Look, yeah.
That's just
they literally just saw a dot.
You can make a better lens out of ice.
So yeah, it's a bit odd that they would
better
have
have some joke specs.
Right.
Yeah, Roger.
Oh, hey, Brian.
How you doing, Brian? Good to see you, man.
Oh, you're robot. Yeah, you're roboting hectic. Roger, I don't think it's working, man. Yeah, I think you got problems with your
Connection.
reception.
It's really bad, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, it's quite bad.
Can you hear me at all?
Only one word here and now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait.
I
I'm
don't-
driving right now.
Okay, no stress, man. Hey, Brian Stabley in the house. Good to see you, man.
I can't even see Roger.
He's
He's in Discord.
All right. No wonder it sounded
This is
On the sunset, an optical illusion.
Instead, Robotham formed his ideas quite explicitly to attack Newton because he was distrustful and bitter towards science. Why?
What?
Because Newton was.
Okay, Okay, that's a bit of a harsh statement, I'd say. Distrustful and bitter towards science. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we covered this in the first part as well. What science?
This guy
There
relates
is no
to Law
science,
Lodge.
How can you be bitter towards a method?
Yeah.
Weird.
But I mean, it doesn't make sense though, because
Never
there
heard
has
of
to be
method
science
lemon.
presented before you can rebut. And if someone rebuts it, doesn't mean they're bitter towards it.
Have you never heard of Method Lemon?
Hi.
Because
I know,
Robotham
they
had
were poor,
accidentally
that.
swallowed.
Sorry?
I know that were a poor joke. Like,
That was really simple. Joke's a good joke, man.
had to be done.
The false dichotomy of conflict thesis, hook, line, and sinker. He believed he had to choose
See that
either
joke,
science
Oliver?
or religion, that he couldn't choose both. While Darwin's species took one side and progressed the epistemology of atheism, there was another side to this false dichotomy. This side was blind religious faith based in sheer willful ignorance.
I do not agree with that, dude.
Is it a false dichotomy?
That's what he's saying. No, I would say the false
yeah,
dichotomy is the atheist pushing evolution and claiming, therefore, evolution, therefore globe
Yeah.
because evolution.
Yeah.
No. There's no blind faith when it comes to the flat earth. We observe the sun moving. We observe the stars moving. We don't observe us moving.
No.
That's the globe faith that says, hang on, it looks like the sun's moving or it looks like the stars moving, but it's actually us. So, yeah, that's just wrong. I mean, that's literally a false dichotomy where he's trying to say, because evolution, therefore globe. Because globe, therefore evolution. That's circular reasoning too. Doesn't hold water. Let's put it that way.
Is this guy related to that Law Lodge?
No. Oh, man.
Robotham chose this, then dressed it up in a clever farce of real autonomous inquiry. This already looks bad for flat earthers, but it gets
Why?
worse when we consider the old...
What looks bad for flat earthers? There's nothing bad about it. Robotham was trying to figure out reality. Simple as that. There's nothing bad about it. The thing that's bad is people trying to say, oh, you guys are just idiots. Because, because you think the earth's flat. That's something to look
Because
at.
we don't understand science, that means you're an idiot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, Al says measurements that uses the globe geometry to refute the model looks bad for flat earthers. Yeah, somehow 8 inches per mile squared is bad for flat earthers, but the globers run away from that math, which literally is part of their geometry.
Did you see what Undoctrinated wrote there? You would think Newton would have just quit after he did mass attracting mass, but no, he had to make those shitty fake catechesis also.
Yeah.
Fig Newtons. That's awesome.
maxim, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Flat earthers complain and point fingers when atheists give false authority cues, but then flat earthers turn around and do the exact same thing.
Like where?
Can I point a finger?
Yeah.
Which one of them can you take an elevation angle from?
Oh, flat Earth. The problem is the globe's based on anyway flat Earth. So elevation angle alone debunks the globe.
They become like their enemy and worse.
Just let this screen record start. Just give it 1 second. Bob, looks like Euclidean geometry or hyperbolic geometry?
That's Euclidean geometry.
Yo, perfect. Perfect clip, Bob. Thank you for that.
I recognize Snell's law just very.
Okay, I don't understand. What is the issue there? It says try to intimidate Bob. No, he was just getting Bob to concede. So when you get someone to concede, that's not intimidating someone. I have to admit the first part of his video was a bit more better than this one. What's up, Al? You getting through?
Oh, I was just making dinner. Sorry.
No stress, man.
But I can talk now.
What are you having?
I've been chicken and chips with gravy and cheese.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I know it's going to be fine.
What's up, Dave?
What's happening, guys?
Good to see you, bro.
Still trying to blow my head away with this huge body of water that's been found under the earth. I'm trying to work that out volume-wise, man. And this new mineral I've never heard of before called ringwoodite.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you two guys see the video from Lucky Haskins bigging us up?
From today?
But Lucky Haskins made a video bigging Flats and Sovereign up for that debate and that.
Oh, yeah, yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday? I only seen it. I thought it was today. Put it out. Okay, got it. I thought it was today.
What is there? Some other minerals called Asclownite too?
Yeah, and I even looked it up, and when you get images of it, they show all these different like colored rocks. One of them is like a blue crystal, and another one is a like amber colored, and they say that this shit attracts hydrogen and absorbs water or something. I don't know. I'm gonna get into it tonight. That's what we're gonna do a show about tonight.
It's gonna be interesting.
Cool.
Hey guys, please hit the likes because I see there's less likes than people in. So please hit the likes. It'd really be appreciated.
Simple definition that I have stored.
Sorry.
I mean, the biggest problem I'm having is they're saying it's 3 times the volume of all the oceans on the surface of the earth. And I'm trying to reconcile that with the jawbreaker that they show us, with the layers and the fire in the middle and the different.
Don't you think it's really odd that people keep discovering things that validate what the Bible says?
Yeah. Waters below.
Odd how that works. Yeah, it's odd how that works. The Bible's supposed to be just a book.
Just a book. Well, it's more than one book, that's for sure.
Stored in my big brain is that when electromagnetic radiation passes between one isotropic medium through another isotropic medium, it bends down toward the denser medium. And so, again.
So what do you mean by isotropic?
I mean, there's a different.
He means it's just the density in the same medium, which gives density layering, which then can be explained using refraction. That's what he's saying. In other words, what the globe says, we don't need 2 mediums to have refraction. We have isotropic tendencies through the density of the gases, which means why we have refraction. Hey, Angela, good to see you.
Well, yeah, and indoctrinated, should I say. Yeah, everybody should have Lucky Haskins as a neighbour. Definitely. That'd be brilliant. He's a good guy. He's so cool.
Yeah, Haskins is awesome.
Oh, he's excellent, man. He's brilliant.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
How does this prove a globe again?
I have no idea.
Refraction prove. And still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I said. The first video that he did was like quite good arguments and stuff, but I don't know. This second video we're going past.
A video that he said you paid no attention to.
What do you mean?
In your comments, you were like, if you pay as much attention to the last video, right, being all clever. Didn't you see him in your comments?
Oh yeah. But that was because we went a lot off topic last night, which was an awesome discussion, by the way.
Still being clever.
Yeah.
Do you not see there's an anti-flat earth?
Yeah, obviously, but it'll still be cool to have a conversation.
Echo.
I don't think this guy's been in debates very long either.
No, definitely not. I think he's still kind of new to this.
I think we're getting a bit of feedback.
Yeah, Al, you might need to mute, mate, while you're not talking, because it's feeding back through your stuff. Yeah.
I bet he's away from whatever. Oh, he's there. There he is.
Yeah, sure.
I thought he might have been away from his computer.
Different medium, so from air to water, right? If I were to ice fish or
But what's isotropic about that?
What's isotropic about it?
Yeah.
If I'm not
so
mistaken.
isotropic.
That's not isotropic. That guy was actually wrong there. He's trying to sound clever. We probably heard it from someone else. But yeah, it's very simple. Like I explained it. They claim the atmosphere is isotropic because it has different density of the same medium. That's why it's isotropic. If you're trying to claim water to air, then it's not isotropic. It's just simple different mediums.
One mind says dude looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ooh, going to plant grapes. Nice. Hey guys, 40 people watching, only 19 likes. We can do this. Hit the likes, people. It really, really does help. And I really
I've not forgot
appreciate
this
all the
time
support.
either.
Come, boss Michael. Click this like.
No,
You
I
can
haven't
do it.
forgot this time. Clicked it on entry.
Well, you can't click on it more than once because otherwise you just turn your thumb off.
No, I ain't
Yeah,
done
guys.
it.
Just make sure it's lit. You click it till you see it's lit up. Then it's fine.
And don't smash it like a lot of people suggest. You'll crack your screen.
Isotropic means the same in all directions. It seems strange to me that you would apply the word there because Snell's law applies even when it's not isotropic.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're helicopter pads? Oh my gosh,
That's
these
how
are
they get-
oil rigs, Bob. Fix
Can
the
an oil
terminology.
rig have a helipad on it, Caleb?
Possibly, but we don't
Okay,
address them
these
as
do.
helipads.
They do.
Yeah, they're shoreling. They're offshore shoreling rigs.
All rigs have got helicopter pads in them.
They have to, otherwise,
Yeah.
how the chuff does anybody get to them?
Because the only thing is the standby boats. That, like, I know a lot of people work on the standby boats, which takes you back and forth to the rigs and that. And that's the only other way of getting there. It's either that or helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Most rig workers go with the boats, right?
I bet this is
They're called oil rigs.
These weight equals mg.
Oh, sorry.
But it's been clipped though to make it look more stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's what they do. They take things out of context.
Yeah.
And then they try and make the person look like they're trying to say something that they didn't, like they meant something else. It's usually that way. I mean, look at this. Wits are talking fast in order to overwhelm and confuse.
Just talks that way.
This is his way of saying word salad. Hey, Josh Monday in the house. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Josh.
That's Megan.
That's coming up there to be another one of their overused arguments, like straw man, word salad, straw man, and just like parrots just keep saying shit over and over.
Yeah, I can swear that's the only words these guys have learned, and that's all they can talk about.
Parallax. Gravity.
How's it go again? Refractor gravel. How's it go?
Grab a refractolax.
Gravel refractolax. That's it. Yeah, love it.
Just get it all in one shot.
Is what you believe, okay? Little g is 9.8 meters per second squared. That's how you determine weight. That's an agreed upon average of downward.
He's not talking faster, by the way. He's talking normal.
I thought we were talking slow. For it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is quite slow for Witzer. I think he's really like chilled it down there by the looks of
Yeah,
it.
but it doesn't look like he's talking so fast as they put it. But,
Forward acceleration that isn't completely constant. We also get to use that number. Weight is actually specific to many things, including vector, coherency, medium, location. It changes based on location on the Earth. There are all kinds of variables that should be in that equation. It's downward pressure over a certain area. It is objectively electrostatic, and it's in an.
Went fast.
That is really slow for Witzer.
Went fast.
Yeah, it's not fast. It's just because they don't understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. That's the problem.
That's it right
They
there.
always say word salad and stuff whenever they can't understand a thing he's saying.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
What I tell Craig the other night, I says, I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you don't understand.
Mhm. Exactly. I see someone is trying to join the panel. It's full, but there's the Discord link. If you want to join in Discord, you can join Roger in the Discord and chat there as well.
Is it Roger?
Yeah, Roger's in the Discord, but I see someone else trying to join now.
Yeah, we're selling.
That's about right, dude.
No, but if it's a baller, some kind of globe proof, let us know in chat and one of us will drop out so that you can join and
Yeah, they can join in Discord. It's very easy. You can chat through Discord. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, look at you with your wordy words.
How dare you talk too fast that I can't understand what you're saying because you're making me look idiotic. Yeah.
Using them big 50-cent words.
Like I said, he had to
spitting 10 bobs everywhere.
Yeah, which it does push a downward bias, electrostatics, which I don't really agree with, but okay, awful there.
It's hard to get a constant out of that one. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Electrostatic field. I could make something float off.
Sorry?
I was going to say, I think the big thing is that everybody's always looking for a one-factor solution to things. Now, I think that electrostatics plays a part in determining a direction, but the rest of it's all just buoyancy and density. You know, I think that's a possibility. I mean, there's no denying that there is electrostatics, there is electric potential, but this is the problem with globers is they're always looking for a one solution.
Yeah,
you know, they don't understand how dynamic things work.
It's a better explanation than gravity itself.
Oh, much better.
Right? So that's the thing about it. It's like because you can actually do a demonstration. Yeah, you can do the things that he's talking about, and you're like, okay, well, that's not gravity is not. This isn't falling now. It's lifting it off the ground. It's levitating. Oh, how's that work? I thought gravity would pull it to the ground.
And to know that electrostatics is an actual force, and it is a much stronger force than not the force of gravity anyway.
Yeah.
So by physics law, it should be overriding gravity anyway, even if gravity was given as a force.
Right.
Off the scale. With electrostatics.
Yeah.
Bryant.
I know about light reflecting, if that's what you're asking.
That's not what I said. I'll ask it again. Do you know about the law of reflection?
Are you interested to understand the Glober point of view on this?
I don't want to stand on or anything. I want you to prove that the Earth is curving 8 inches per mile in all directions, and if you can't, then we should just look at water. Check out the video 2 days ago. He's been land surveying for 38 years, and he didn't know the Earth.
What the hell just happened there?
I don't like how he mixed. It's like he's edited that in like a transition, but it's awful.
But it was all you couldn't. I was still trying to hear the argument.
Yeah, it's awful that transition. It's like
and I played over this one. Oh.
Yeah.
Person,
I'm sorry. Were you talking? I didn't mean to be talking while you were interrupting me.
In this ballgame, they don't just have their own rules and scoreboard. They change their rules every 5 minutes to make sure they never lose a point.
That's false as well.
Wow. I think he did that so that you would hear what he was actually saying because it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably.
Really.
But yeah, I think he's on TikTok and he's got like 8.7k viewers. So I think he's just very new on YouTube, but he's on TikTok. So maybe that's where he's more prominent. But yeah, it'd be cool to actually chat with the guy and actually see what he has to say. But seeing what we get now, he does seem very anti-flat Earth like.
He said in the comments that he would be down to like debate you.
Yeah, I saw that. That'd be great. Just waiting for him to reply, then he can come back to us. I think it'll be a great discussion. See what he actually has to say. But looking at what we're going through tonight, I kind of get the feeling he's going to say the same stuff that FTFE and them say.
Yeah, it's just a crazy.
More than likely.
Definitely.
No, I think so. He's just a bit more subtle about it. You know what I mean? He seems like an alright dude, though. But I mean, he's just but when it comes to the flat Earth stuff.
Yeah, well, it did yesterday on that video you showed yesterday. Like, yeah, I'll agree. Right, it did look like that.
Yeah.
And then I saw what he was saying in comments underneath, and then I knew straight away.
Right.
But for now, saying this, and I'm correct. It is.
Well, I'm not going to judge the guy until I actually know him a bit better.
That's right.
We'll see.
We're talking about an optical illusion. You use math to explain optical illusions. No.
You yourself just a minute ago tried to tell me that this was comparable to a drone flying away at a constant height.
Oh, it most definitely is.
Its size and its declination would both decrease according to...
It's kind of confusing because every time you're trying to get to listen to an argument, before the argument's actually stated finished, he moves over to the next thing.
I think he's cut it up to look like... Do you know what I mean? I think he's edited this to make it look like he's got a point.
Because we literally just every time I'm trying to listen and actually get what the argument is presented, and it's in the middle of the argument, the statement to finish it, and then he changes to a next person with a different argument. It's confusing. It kind of confuses a person because you're not really getting what are you talking about? What's the argument presented? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Inverse tangent function. And it does. The size of the sun is uniform? Yes. No, it's not, because we see through an atmosphere. My claim is we can't make the triangle, so we can't use trigonometry.
This is anything but honest scientific inquiry.
That's not scientific. There's nothing scientific about what he just said. It's observable.
Well, now he brings in.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree that you can't use trigonometry though.
He's going to try and affirm his answers with this Bob, this not science guy.
Exactly.
Oh, this Bob the science guy, proper knucklehead.
Oh, here, sure.
Oh, real idiot.
Vicky, you're funny. Yes, they all
It's
came
denial. Characteristic number 4 is poor deductive reasoning. They cannot connect the dots.
And it's shining through the clouds, right? Do you agree with that?
Bob the science guy is the last person to say they cannot connect the dots.
I was just gonna say.
We got a special word. We got a special word we use for Bob. It starts with an R.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hard one, isn't it? Not one.
Rational. Rational. Yeah, that's it.
And it's not rational, by the way.
I'm a bit slow. I'm a bit slow in the pickup.
Yeah, it's a bit slow. He doesn't get using two theodolites on different elevations give different results.
Well, gentlemen, I'm dropping out of the Discord. You listen.
And theodolites aren't susceptible to refraction, right?
Our perspective.
He's near the fool shilling.
He is near the fool shilling, right?
Assessment.
No, that sucker's right there. Look at it. It looks like it's half in the clouds, half sticking up out of the clouds.
We're at a philosophical impasse, brother.
This is pure geometry. It's not even philosophical.
It's not geometrical.
I'm trying to make it simple. Radar requires line of sight to work.
That is geometrical.
He's
Your
mixing
globe
stuff
is based
up.
on geometry.
Flatzide is mixing loads of different
He is, yeah.
things together, like. Because, like, they were talking, one were a picture, that picture we were talking about ages ago, with some, like, before horizon. And then he's talking about radar.
Yeah.
Like, what
He's using
we're talking
different
about here.
categories in the same argument and saying, therefore, see. They just make stuff up, which we're not even getting to hear the argument presented. This is just a mix match of stuff to try and confuse a person.
Cut and shut.
Yeah.
Work. You are the one adding an extra scenario to that one. Not
Yes,
me.
because I'm pointing out your argument is breezing past a lot of complexities that the real world enforces.
So
No spectrum is exempt from Snell's law.
It needs to bounce
It
off that
doesn't
item.
require line of sight all
It
the time.
does.
There's
It
refraction.
absolutely does. I'm sorry, but it does. It does. You can.
Yeah, if you can see it, it requires line of sight. That's how it works.
If radar was susceptible to Snell's law, then they would never ever be able to pinpoint anything with radar. It would be useless. It's like,
soon as
well,
it- yeah,
that's
as soon
right
as
there.
it-
Well, it's actually, no, it's 5 feet over.
Yeah,
What
because
about
it works
and what about
with
line of
incident
sight?
angle.
What about line of sight?
Yeah, you need line of sight. That's how radar works, in line of sight.
You ain't got that on a globe, though, have you?
No. That's why they have a horizon. They have
Blocks boats and buildings.
No, but
Also blocks radar line of sight.
radar horizon. That's why they have a radar horizon on, and they claim it's because of the curve. It can't get further than that. It's crazy.
Look this up.
180 degrees. We're not going to have a real right angle triangle.
This tangent shows your horizon. It doesn't matter what's under your horizon that you can't see. So why does it matter at all?
Why does it matter? Because they tell me that we use right angle triangulation. My point to the star that I'm measuring is a level surface.
The sun never moves away from us.
See, it's two different arguments. He's talking about now circle equal altitude, and then he starts talking about the sun moving away from us.
It's an edited job, like he's butchered it
It's
together
bad.
to make it go his way or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bit. It's really, really terrible. Sorry, whatever your name is, dude. This last piece of this editing.
It's horrible. It's
It's an
horrible.
anti-flirt.
I mean, we can't get to an actual just a topic and understand what the hell's going on because you're jumping all over the place. Just because you put on the top the poor deductive reasoning doesn't make what you're presenting even an argument because it's not
This
coherent.
one needs to come on so we can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah. I see people are still trying to join the room. It's full. Again, there's the Discord link in the chat. If you want to join the chat, you can go in the Discord.
Whoever it is that was trying to join, message in chat because if it's this guy, I'm sure somebody will drop out.
But they can go into Discord. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, but if they're not signed up to Discord,
Then that's their problem, I guess. Okay, let's try. Hopefully, we get somewhere with this guy now.
I see the sun move away from me every day.
That's because you are seeing it get dimmer. You think you're seeing it move away, but it's not. It's getting dimmer.
I know it's measured to be moving away. 15 degrees an hour to be exact.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, it's not getting dimmer. It's literally moving. Why do you think in the morning it rises in the east and in the midday noon it's on top of you and then it sets in the west? Yeah, it's because the sun's moving. Oh man. Hey CB, what's up? It's crazy.
No, I see it moving away.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do you measure with an instrument where you can actually measure the edge of the solar disk?
My eyeballs?
Okay, that's not good enough. For most of them, including Robotham himself, it's actually about religion, specifically their personal interpretation of the Bible. So do they treat it like a question of hermeneutics? No, again. Most of them probably don't even know there is such a thing as hermeneutics. The hermeneutic they apply is uneducated and bludgeoning.
Wow.
Well, what a bollock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uneducated.
Wow.
Huh.
Guess everybody's uneducated.
I don't mind that term. I don't mind that term at all, because to me the word educated means somebody that took their brain out, stuck it in a jar, and gave it to somebody else for a long time, and then they put it back in their head and they got ramen noodles now.
Yeah. You know what annoys me though, right? God gives scripture to everybody to read. You know, you don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to have PhDs in it. You should just be able to read it, and nobody's any wiser than anybody else. You have to pray on the Holy Spirit, otherwise it's just a book.
Mm-hmm.
Educated.
Plainly inconsistent for verses like Matthew 5:45 or Ephesians 4:26.
That's a good geocentric reference, my friend. Just saying.
Well, geocentric, if you interpret it ontologically, but you know what else it is non-Robothamist.
What has Robotham got to do with the Bible?
Did he say Robothamist?
Yeah. Robotham is not an authority when it comes to the Bible, mate. When you're reading scripture, scripture's the authority, not Robotham.
That's right.
Not Robotham.
Who gives a shit what Robotham thought?
Wow. God's the authority.
I mean, I don't give a damn what Robotham thought. If my Bible says it's stationary, then it's stationary.
Right.
Let's see what's on there. He says, okay, Luke's, the Bible talks about flat earth just in Genesis. Peter says phenomenological language, not ontological. In other words, describes how it looks to a human POV from ground level. Nope. Disagree with you, Peter. It is a historical narrative. Genesis is historically documented because God physically spoke with Moses and Moses wrote down what God told him to write down. So in other words, God told him how he created the earth and heavens. This guy's, it's like he's saying either God or Moses was illiterate and they didn't understand each other. It's really weird. It's a first-hand account from God. Exactly, Josh. So that's just wrong, man. He says you act like you didn't read a single word I just typed. Oh, man.
Look at it this way, right? God bothered to create something and then created men and then chose one of them men, come into creation and were face to face with that man and told him that place was created, but really were lying to him. You know what I mean? Like, why would you go to all that? It's stupidity.
It's idiotic.
Proper stupidity.
Just like with math and science, they all but stop their ears and hum against biblical counter-arguments. And heaven forbid the poor fools would have an instant meltdown if they found out about textual criticism and mistakes in the manuscripts.
Do you know the mistakes in the manuscripts is literally just spelling? Because when they were writing in the Greek that time, they didn't have one, how can I put it? One spelling for one word. They had different spellings for the same words. Yeah. That is the textual variances you're talking about, Peter. The textual variances is literally spelling. It still has the same meanings. They just spelled it differently. Because in some parts where they all spoke Greek, they had different spellings for the same words. Oh, man. It's like trying to make it sound like it's got this hectic different translation. In the meantime, no, it still says the same things.
That's,
Yeah,
Josh said
I'd
they'd
love-
love to. Josh said they'd love to debate him. Why don't you?
Yeah,
set
we
it
all
out and you moderate it or something.
I would also love to mod. Great to debate this guy.
Yeah, it would.
But if he brings up stuff like this, he's not going to get very far.
No, that's true.
It's
He don't
literally
need debating. I think we've crucified him already.
Yeah, he's clutching at straws.
So by process of elimination,
But it's like bad Potter.
Yeah, the budget friendly Harry Potter.
He doesn't have a mustache, so he can't be evil Potter.
Well, a monocle. You gotta have a monocle to be the evil Potter.
Again, who's ever trying to get in, it's full. There's the Discord link if you want to chat. We'll be able to hear you in Discord. Oh.
I am forced to the conclusion that this is no kind of epistemology at all.
What?
This is a prejudged outcome.
There's no disproving flat.
So, did he just say flat Earth hasn't got epistemology? So, because he doesn't agree with it, therefore no epistemology. That is like, I don't know. I got no words for that.
I am like, I mean, what did you say?
Exactly. He's full of crap. That's all you can say with to that, because
we see it flat, we measure it flat, but there's no epistemology.
Exactly.
It's not flat.
Madness.
Flat theory.
Meant only to soothe existential doubts, doubts which they associate with secular science, or which in some cases are forcibly prescribed for them by atheists.
Okay, let's read some of these comments. Douglas, trying to attach theology to science for credibility. How do you know it was invented by God? Your assertions betray your riding on coattails. Okay, Lucy Firms, Bible describes a flat Earth. They are right. Earth is not flat though. No, they're not. People who wrote Bible were flat Earthians. What the hell? You put a block in front of it. I can't read what it says. Flat somethingians, which was not uncommon for that time. So yes, Bible does describe Earth as flat. You just need to make an excuse for that, and I don't.
It's been honest with scriptures.
Yeah. Kirkenjoke says there's not much science that you
necessarily
can't
flat earther though, like just being honest. Bit
Yeah,
like
but I
Mike
mean-
Kaiser.
Yeah. But I mean, we've been very clear on the Bible's not a flat Earth book. It just describes the Earth as flat.
Yeah.
And if it's a first-hand account when Moses is talking to God face to face, yeah, that means I'm not going to call God a liar. He created the Earth flat. And observations that we have in reality comport with that.
Like you can come it from angle of like people at the time were flat earthers, so they interpreted it as flat, like, but that's just not how it were. God were telling his creation how it were created.
Exactly. It was
You know
very
what I mean?
specific.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a off the handcuff, just make shit up. It was very specific on the chronological order that he created everything.
Yeah, I truly think to battle against heliocentrism. Truly do.
Agreed. Because remember, heliocentrism had started before Jesus came. Why do you really think that Jesus could have come and just corrected and said, by the way, guys, Moses was wrong. It's a globe.
People are asking, can Al turn his mute when he's not talking because the YouTube's on in the background and it's echoing for them. I can hear it as well, like, but it's not bad in here. But
I could hear it. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
His mute is on.
That might be my TV in the front room, man. I can't believe this microphone picked that all the way up, but I'll go mute that. Hang on.
No, Al. It's not Al. Sorry, Al. I thought it was Al. It's Sovereign. Sorry, guys. I thought it was Al. Sorry, Al.
Sorry, Al. I did think it was Al anyway.
Also, I was going to say, if the guy in the video is saying that we've not got like a hermeneutic, well, in the chat, like in the private chat, I just posted a book that has a bunch of quotes from like the early church fathers that that were like flat earthers. So it's not.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's not just. So it's not that there's like no tradition, and also one of the major saints, Saint Basil the Great, said that really you can be either. So it's not like a matter of salvation. So really, if we're taking it from like the church history point of view, flat earthers aren't doing anything wrong by seeing parts of scripture as being a flat earth. So like we're not doing anything wrong.
Nope.
We're not like butchering the Bible. We're not like corrupting it or anything. Like it's perfectly fine, even in like the early church tradition.
The only thing I would say to that is like Genesis is the like foundation that rests at scriptures, just like shape of earth is foundation.
Look at
described, you know what I mean?
how
So,
Genesis. What the whole Bible is.
I think like you
just
can
actually talking about Jesus' love for us, God's love for us, that He would die for us, that we can have a relationship with Him. Genesis is the foundation to show God's character to hold true. He created us for a purpose. His foundation is to be close to us with a relationship. That's what Genesis is there for.
You didn't let me finish though. Like
sorry.
what I was gonna say was like in fact
sorry about that.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like I think like believing in heliocentrism as creation, and you believe it, you can be led down garden path, by base. Whereas if Earth's flat, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, just look at what's gone off in the past. Boogie virus, all that business. Like
monkeypox.
I said that in one of my videos, Michael, about what you call it, the boogie virus.
Boogie, yeah, that you'll not get done for boogie virus.
No, I know. That's why I said that. I said it's Michael. I was talking. It was in my Marie one. It says he called out the pandemic.
I won't say it if I knew it at Flax's channel. Like.
And I was talking. Yeah, it was in that Marie one. And I said, yeah, as Michael calls it, the boogie virus. Oh yeah.
So, PJ, you were talking about, they can look at these planet or so-called planet 100 light years away, and they tell if there's light on it and all that, right?
Yeah.
I just saw a thing from space.com comes up, says lost satellite found after orbiting undetected for 25 years. So there's right there in your backyard. You don't see it, but you can see shit off 100 light years away. And tell it, come on. Come on, man.
Absolutely mental. All of it.
Their shit's just not consistent.
No, never is.
It's like there's a firmament satellites.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like there's that many, almost a solid barrier.
That's right. I think you said like a shell. Oh yeah. Lost satellite phone after orbiting 25 undetected 25 years. Wow. Launched in 74.
How come every time a satellite falls in somebody's garden anyway, it's attached to a balloon?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
The space balloon, PJ.
Yeah.
Oh man, I went out the link by accident.
That's a good little article. 1974 it was launched, so they lost it. But it was launched 2 years before I was born, allegedly.
Lost it. I don't know. It's just gone. Could have fell. We don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
Okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, man.
Atheists.
If you base everything off of faith, you're also more likely to hold conspiratorial beliefs that the earth is flat.
How do we know Jesus is not Satan? Very simple. They have two different characteristics. Very different characteristics. Oh man.
Who said that?
That was what he just showed.
Oh, did he?
This is. How do you know Jesus is not Satan?
Oh.
That's from this guy that's on screen.
Oh, on the screen. I thought you meant he said. Right, I didn't catch that. Wow.
But yeah, if you just look at the characteristics between Satan and Jesus, big differences.
I'll tell you the biggest difference. One can lie, one can't lie.
And why would you think Jesus is Satan? Why would you come to that conclusion?
But that's the problem these days. People are pushing this nonsense that Jesus is the bad guy, Satan's the good guy.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's an inversion. Like it's what the devil does, doesn't he? Invert everything.
It still comes from Eden, though, doesn't it? Like, yeah, God did not say that. You know, God, you will not die if you eat from that tree.
Surely you shall not die. Surely you shall not die.
Yeah, he's like in a way like, did God actually say? That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Base everything off of faith, you're also more likely to hold conspiratorial beliefs that the earth is flat.
According to one source, Robotham once wrote, "Again and again, the feeling came over me that as the Newtonian system appeared so plausible, it might after all be correct. And if so, there could be no heaven, no..."
Whoa. You stopped plausible. And then he started saying other things. There could be no... You forgot. And so grand in its extent and comprehensiveness, it might after all be correct. And if so, you forgot the if so part. That, you know, words have meanings.
Yeah, can you pull it back? Let's listen to him again.
He left it out.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Proper dishonest.
Yeah. Listen.
Again and again, the feeling came over me that as the Newtonian system appeared so plausible, it might after all be...
See? Stop that plausible. He left this whole part out.
You lying twat.
What and showing it as well, you know, to make it that's manipulative.
If so is a very important thing to leave out there, because if so implies a certain look at what the context of the argument is.
Yeah.
Could you read the whole quote?
Can you say liar?
Yeah, he left part of the quote out, the very important part of the quote.
What part? Oh, was it just if so, or was it the other bit?
Oh, the whole lot.
No, it's the whole part from plausible and so grand in its extent and comprehensiveness, it might after all be correct. And if so in other words, if it is correct, there could be no heaven for the man's future enjoyment, no higher existence than on this earth, no spiritual and immoral creatures, and therefore no God or creator. He literally took away that very important point that if it's real, if so, not it is, if it is.
Because that implies that it's a possibility, not absolutely. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Ryan, I know exactly what your game is, so I'm not going to play.
What now?
Ryan.
Oh, I'm saying it in my head.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
and if so, there could be
get me to say it again, and I'm not.
no heaven, no spiritual and immortal creatures, and therefore no God or creator. Now, glaring non sequitur aside, what great irony that around that same time Charles Darwin wrote about the sight of peacock feathers making him sick. The contrived logic of conflict thesis was tormenting the souls of all its victims, and Robotham was blind to the very majesty of creation that he was trying to defend. There's only one way out of this mess. All of us need to be extremely humble and honest with ourselves and each other, and bravely face whatever chasm of doubt may lurk in our minds, but with great care toward rational thought. This may mean learning to live for a long time without sure answers on some things. Flat earthers, you've been duped by 19th century atheists and by...
Oh, the irony.
Wow. Wow, really, that was rich. That's the best part of the whole video. Wow. Duped by 19th century idiots.
So let me get this straight, right? Every time somebody goes out with a camera or a telescope or their own eyes to go and see whether they can see curve or not, they all see this.
But how's that for the irony? He's like, we all need to be humble with ourselves.
We all see
but you
this
guys have been duped.
Fraud.
Mhm.
Wow. You know what I mean? It's
That is just mental. That is just wow, pure projection and an inversion of what he just said. That's just totally
I
180.
bet there's even flat earthers out there who don't even know who Robotham is.
That's the thing. I'm not a flat earther because of Robotham.
No, exactly.
Just to let you know.
Why is he focusing so much on one man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks the whole flat Earth thing hasn't advanced since like the Zetetic days.
Because he has nothing else.
No, but do you guys know the guy Johnny Harris?
Oh yeah, Johnny Harris.
Yeah, man. So like when he made his video about flat Earth, he only really spoke about Sam Robotham, and then after that just went to like some YouTubers. But it's weird how they a lot of them just focus only on this one guy just because like he's one of the main figures. But it's really weird because again, as you said, most flat earthers probably don't really know fully who the guy was.
But you see, the reason they focus on Robotham was because the Flat Earth Society cite Robotham. Now, because Flat Earth Society cites him, now all of a sudden they're pushing it on all flat earthers.
Yeah.
Is this like they're controlled off a different one?
Yeah, it's like they're trying to say Robotham is somehow one of our authorities on flat Earth. No.
I mean, his work is pretty good, and there are people still today that cite him because, he was pretty good, but it doesn't start and end with him. He's not like he's not like the prophet of flat Earth, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's how they try and paint him. That's the issue.
And also, you said in another stream with about the Lower Lodge that the arguments develop. We're not stuck in the 1800s.
Yeah, progresses.
Because they didn't know about. I don't think because I remember when you were talking about Alfred Russel Wallace's stuff, but he didn't understand what a parallax was. That was a pretty good point because a lot of the stuff that we talk about today, the people back then just didn't even know of.
Well, imagine getting one of them old Greek guys who supposedly existed, a P1000 2,000 years ago. They wouldn't have been claiming a globe, would they?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Let's put it this way. I can guarantee you, if they had
and making
if they had things like a P1000 or something in those days, they would have had a total different deduction of what they say today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They weren't really fully basing it off of just empirical stuff as well, because they all took from Pythagoras, who originally taught that it was a globe, a sphere. So they had a more, so they had a different foundation. It wasn't just pure observation.
But you get your tramp stamp underneath your video saying archaic view that Earth were flat. Well, it's not archaic, is it? Because them archaic guys who said it were a globe didn't know no better. They had their eyes. They didn't have P1000.
It's funny because to say archaic, because the period that people like Pythagoras and Aristotle were in, it was actually called archaic Greece. That's the period that they come from.
Wow, that's mental.
It's funny to call flat Earth archaic when the globe comes from a period of history that's called archaic.
Mental. Yeah. It's total 180 on
people are always going on.
That's me,
Oh, you still believe in flat Earth? What?
What do you mean?
Still?
I don't believe it.
Anybody here or who's watching, we all know that Earth's flat.
No, it's flat. We don't believe it. I make the mistake of saying, yeah, I'm a flat Earth believer, but I don't believe it. You know what I mean? It's just my the way I talk because it's for lack of a better word. You know
We've
what I
been
mean?
indoctrinated to say believe. I mean,
Exactly. It's the same as I still say
heliocentrism. All
Exactly.
the priests are all like, well, just believe this, and we believe that, and you know,
I
like,
still say things
you know,
like
all you've
atmosphere.
got.
I still say things like atmosphere by mistake. Then I correct myself up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it hasn't got shape, obviously. But it's just because you've been that indoctrinated to say these things. You know? Simple as that. But yeah, no, we don't believe it. We know it.
You can believe out, like,
It's the same
can't
as
you,
like
though? You know what I mean?
Jesus. I don't believe in God. I know God's real. I know Jesus is our savior. You know, it's just a way of talking.
Yeah, they act like you just transported here from the 19th century or some shit, you know. It's like, what? No, I went to the same indoctrination centers you did. You know, stop touting your brainwashing as some bastion of virtue. You know, I followed all the rules and memorized all the bullshit that they told me. Therefore, I am smart because they told me so. You know, and I'm like, you dipshit.
Answer me this question, right? How did I find out Earth was flat before I knew who Robotham were?
Yes, same here. Same
You know what I mean? It's like,
absolutely.
And I was aghast at it too. I was like, "You mean they've been arguing about this shit this long? It should be pretty evident by now."
Yeah, exactly, Dave.
Okay, I think he's got like a few minutes left. Let's see what I can get out of it.
By the lure of feeling like you have hidden knowledge, it's time to let go of that. And
okay, I got to stop there again. What hidden knowledge?
Yeah, it's not, nothing's hidden.
Why do they always push us as like some hidden knowledge?
We're not some esoteric group that's doing stuff in secret. You know what I mean? We might be the minority, but we're not an esoteric group doing stuff in secret. You know?
Yeah, if it was secret knowledge, nobody would know about flat Earth.
Exactly. Wow.
please believe me when I say that religion is not at stake here. God is still God if the earth is a sphere. And just because the Bible does not describe what that looks like from space, does not mean that it's wrong.
Take your own advice.
I disagree because it calls God a liar.
Yeah.
I totally disagree.
It does. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I think it says God's
But take
a
his own
liar.
advice, you know what I mean? What he's saying there. Oh God, whether it's a sphere or not. Yeah. God is still a God whether it's a sphere or not. Well, God's still God whether it's a flat earth. Yeah.
I don't agree though. I don't think God didn't make a sphere. It doesn't say he made a sphere.
No,
and to claim that God made a sphere and it's all right, I don't agree. I totally disagree. Like making God a liar.
If God made a sphere, I think he would have been very clear on he made a sphere. He didn't say he made a sphere, so therefore it's not a sphere.
Exactly. I think
So if you say it's a sphere, you're saying God's a liar.
Yeah. I think God knows what a sphere is. He knows what a ball shape is. You know what I mean? It's not hard.
It's very simple. The heliocentric model goes against God's character.
Yeah. Yeah, it's distant. It's nothingness, no purpose. It's far away. God's close. You know what I mean? He's close by, and he's personal. That's the best way to put it. He's personal, so he's not out there in vastness.
No, you won't make an ant farm and then travel 400 miles away and try and observe it with a pair of binoculars.
Exactly, dude.
Stupid.
You are not the only person that God wrote this for. So take off your 21st century blinders and realize that modern science, at least when it stays within proper bounds, is completely irrelevant to the spiritual matters in this book. And phenomenological language can be just as true as any other kind of language. Globers, restore them in gentleness.
Well, that magic. Where's that book gone?
Well, what about that? Globers. But didn't you just say that? Globers, restore them. What the hell? It's like he's having some kind of preaching.
Yeah, he shouldn't be saying globers restore him. If he's talking from brotherhood, he should be saying Christian brothers restore him, not globers.
This guy's already made up his mind. He's already got a bias. It is a globe. So if you're a flat earther, you're just wrong. And Well, we're going to rehabilitate you.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it's okay, dude. We don't need rehabilitation. You should maybe just read your Bible. That usually helps. Oh, man, the audacity.
Common sense, maybe.
It is. It really is. It's hard-necked, to be honest. Hard-necked.
A little bit of common sense goes a long way too, bud. You know, that's my advice.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, like I say, it should be Christian.
If you see a
brothers restore them, not ballers restore them, globers restore them. It should be my Christian brothers. If he thinks we're in error, he should say my Christian brothers. Go restore them. Not why glober? Why glober? Just the globers? Just the glober?
But you know what? But his title is actually a bit wrong though, because he's supposed to be talking about the epistemology and how it's broken. He hasn't spoken how it's broken though.
Nope.
He's just saying it's wrong.
That's right.
He's just saying it's wrong.
Yeah, right.
He hasn't shown how. You know what I mean? So it's more declaration than an actual argument. He's sort of being condescending to flat earthers.
Agreed.
Yeah, got clue what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Flat earther teeter on the verge of waking from this delusion? That is a sacred and precious thing. Cognitive bias is not about IQ. Do not make fun of them. Being humble and vulnerable about that level of mistake must be terrifying. It must take strength of heart that some of us may never know. If they take that plunge, we want to reward them, not punish them. Flat earthers, if any one of you did that, I really think it would prompt more celebration than mocking.
So condescending.
Wow. I'm saying wow too much.
That were some serious projection shit.
Aye.
Wow.
I think it speaks for itself. I literally, from the first video we had last night, the first part, I was like, oh, I like this guy. You know, he looks honest.
He even got.
But now,
yeah, he even got closer to the camera to be like, "Now, flat earthers." No, that's even more condescending. I'm sorry, but
I liked how he was presenting it the first part. Now the second part, he's literally brought out his anti-flat Earth condescending side.
He anti-flipped that, didn't he? Ripped his skin off, and underneath is a boltard.
And still lizard.
He's just condescending, and he's trying to play holier than thou kind of game here.
Yep. Sure is.
Wow. Oh, man.
People usually don't come back from this, and it would be an awesome sight. To atheist-minded people, I say, remember that every time you enforce your epistemology on others...
It just lied. It said, no one's come back from this. Ranty, Rachy, STST. Crack on, pal.
Yeah.
You are stoking the flames of flat earth theory. I've met some good people who were non-religious, but who were humble enough to know that they made a worldview choice and respect that choice in others instead of trying to dominate the conversation. Be like those people. Last but not least, this whole thing should be a lesson to all of us. Flat earthers, Christians, atheists, everyone. To be wary of our own cognitive biases. No one is above that. And each camp here played a role in creating this problem.
Yet you keep on undermining the flat earth and trying to make heliocentrism superior somehow.
Is it not that cognitive bias that we broke free from?
Exactly.
That's why we're calling it art.
Exactly.
We broke out of one to go and ended up straight in another one. That's stupid.
He should have just stopped. I think he should have just stopped in where we stopped the first part. That would have been fine, but no. What he's literally just doing is projection. He's just making declarations and doesn't actually have anything.
You stupid flat earthers! You just need to come back to this comfortable globe that we are. We all love curvature.
He sounds like a Seventh Adventist or something.
It's
when I'm trying to convert you.
It's like a sickness, man. I've actually had a guy come on our show one night. This was a while back, and Brian Stavely was on there with me. And this guy came on there, and he literally said he was going to come and kill both of us unless we came correct about the globe. Wow. Man, why is this so fucking important to these people, man? I mean, it's so important to them that this has to be this. It has to be. And then it's even when you pin them down and you've destroyed every one of their arguments and they start panicking and looking for, well, what if it's just a great bigger ball? Why does it have to be a ball at all? What is wrong with
Yeah,
it?
why?
Exactly.
Yeah. Why do they have to take flat Earth and put it in space?
Oh my God.
It's like they just cannot let go of space.
Have you ever heard of Nassim Haramein? Nassim Haramein. He's like this quantum physicist guy, right? And he's got this group on Facebook, and he put this thing up. It's this really retarded meme. And this is showing, I'll just show it to you real quick. And this is exactly, I just ran across this. I just commented on this too. This is the most ridiculous thing. It says, here's what would happen if the earth was actually flat. There would be no mountains. Why? Sun would dry the planet.
Okay.
There wouldn't be any seasons.
Okay.
And Earth would be the only object in the universe.
There you go.
I commented on this. I said, let me put it on the most recent, so it's got me. I said, this is the most ill-informed and stupid meme I have seen this year. Earth is a level, stationary topographical plane contained within a dynamic fluid pressure system. A globe Earth is scientifically impossible from its inception. And then I posted this with it.
Nice. That's insane.
I'm like,
they always do this. They always have to push that nonsense.
It's space that's what they can't give up there. That's why you have your pizza pie in space. You know what I mean? They all show it. They all show it.
It's so ingrained. It's been so embedded into the psyche. Think about how many television programs and movies there are that revolve around space and aliens and the future and people going to different planets and fighting alien races and all of this other crap. And even right at the beginning of the movie, they're going to bring you up a globe and spin it around. It's like Universal Studios.
I saw a community post on YouTube, Dave, from Craig when I think it was when Captain Kirk went up, and Craig made a post saying something like, "Space travel is finally a thing, people," or something. You know what I mean? It's like, what?
Yeah,
That was space travel, you clown.
I don't know, man. It's like a sickness. I call it globitis, but oh, my poor wife, she's stuck in a rainstorm.
It's more like Antichrist type thing, isn't it?
It is.
Being wrapped up in all that, like it's not from God. So what is it you're doing? Thinking about, I thank God so much that I woke up to that shit.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I know.
Wow, thank you, because that is some crazy stuff.
Yeah. There's Brian talking. Then he denied ever making a single thread online. Yeah, I know. I was like, come on. Everybody was there.
Yeah,
man. Wow.
Yeah, these guys get really mad. They do.
Yeah.
It's like you take it personal, man.
The little kids, though, aren't they? Like, it weren't going to come to your door, Dave, were they? Like, you know what I mean? Can you imagine it?
Well, I'm like anybody that knows me. It's like that would be a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Go to Sav's house and try to do something. That would be like extremely stupid.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I make no bones about it. I'm always armed. I'm always armed.
Yep.
So, you know, I have no fear of some Cucamonga coming here or whatever
I
else.
mean, we ain't got guns we can't have guns in UK, like, but I've got enough weapons in close vicinity, like.
Oh, I mean, I've got not just guns. I mean, I've got it like next to my chair. I've got this Viking axe.
Nice.
It's like got a pointy thing on the one end of it designed to, you know, pierce the skull, and the other. Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, I'm not I live in no fear of anything. I had somebody one night going, "Oh, you live at this address and such and such." I said, "Yeah, why? You going to come over and play? I got toys. Come on over."
Yeah. And people are trying to say, like, because you've got weapons, you are fearful, but it's not fearful. You know, I'm fully.
You're prepared.
Yeah, prepared. Like, somebody wants to try and get me flat. I'm not scared of them, but they're going to come in to do me harm, so I'll be arming them back. You know what I mean? It's not.
I've also got a plethora of cookware because I'm prepared to make meals and things like that. Yeah. So, am I afraid of food too, or something, or what's that? Because I'm prepared for any situation. Get out of here.
Phobophobia.
Now, I've seen a lot of people talk against prepping. Like they badmouth Christians who do doomsday prepping and stuff. I don't see what's wrong with doing that. I mean, rather be safe than know everything's going to be okay than just being naive and just letting everything happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and just take a look here in the United States. We've had several food processing plants mysteriously blow up, have airplanes crash into them, catch fire, train derailments, shipments of fertilizer that affected the farms. I mean, if nobody can realize that they're artificially making scarcity of food, that's what's coming. Yeah. That is what is coming. And it's all the writing is on the wall right there. Why are they doing that? Because you control the food, you control the people. Yeah. Oh, you don't have enough to eat? You can't stay warm? Look, we got these nice little camps over here that we give you a nice hot bowl of porridge and a blanket and shit, which is much better than what you got going on now, right? See, the first step was domesticating people to where they couldn't survive without the system. And then you jerk the system out from under. It's just there's a bunch of people that are no better than declawed cats that their instinct for feeding is the sound of a can opener.
Yeah. And you know what, Dave? I think, like, I don't know how, be it because they're like fallen angels or whatever. I don't know how, but they know what people will fall for. They've like studied it for that long. Like, they knew when Boogie Virus come out, everybody would fall for it. And there's enough that for them who don't believe it, they're overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's when you stop living in fear and believe in the crap. That's when you can really make a stand, because they rely on your collective fear of something. And they create the fearful events. And this is the thing I've put it to. It's like a little kid, he cries for mom and dad because he sees a monster outside his window. And mom comes in and comforts him, and dad looks around and then makes sure there's no monster and everything. Well, this keeps happening. And after a while, one day, the little kid, he finds the monster mask in his dad's room. He realizes that it's his dad going out there to scare him so that he'll cry for them to come to his rescue, and he'll need them. It's the same thing as what governments do all the time. They create a crisis with a solution in the corner there, and oh my God, you react to the crisis. Here we are with the solution that this is what we wanted to implement all along. This was what the last 4 years was all about.
That's that Hegelian dialectic thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, a problem, reaction, solution. It's oh, the sky is falling. Oh my God, everybody come and get these helmets. Even got the president of the United States on TV acting like a QVC salesman going, oh, look at this, the most wonderful helmet in the whole world. You must have this helmet. I have a helmet. You should have a helmet, right? Yeah. So everybody goes out and gets a helmet. They didn't need the helmet. Come to find out the helmet's got spikes inside of it to crush your brain or some shit. You know?
Yeah.
And that's how they work, man. That was a good analogy of the last 4 years. The sky is falling.
Truth, man. Truth.
But yeah, you gotta watch it. So I'm all the time. It's when they're start trumping up about, oh, we hate these people and we hate those people and these people are evil and those people are evil and shit. I look at it and I go, you know what? It's probably exactly the opposite of that. I mean, I'm to a point right now where I've got like the suspicion that North Korea is probably not this totalitarian dictatorship, but probably some kind of a paradise, you know? And they tell us that so that we will, oh, they're fucking horrible. Stay away from that place, you know?
But, you know,
no, that's one thing I do know. North Korea is, I've spoken to some people that came, they were Christians. They had to flee the country just so they can live. But no, it's bad. It's really bad there.
I just want to just go back, like, Dev, can you remember when, like, you'd go out without a face diaper on and the look in people's eyes, and if you would have given them a weapon, a machete or something, with that look in their eyes, I'm no doubt they'd have butchered you.
Yeah, the hate they had in their eyes for you.
When you all you can see is eyes, you know the entire emotion. You know what I mean?
The sad thing is we still get people today still walking around with that stuff.
Serious anger in them eyes.
Yeah.
Anger.
They're still walking around with that crap. I don't know what.
In fact, my next door neighbor walks around with one. And the thing is about it, it's a disposable one, and it's so dirty, it's unbelievable. And he's walking about with that, breathing in all like that. It's manky. It's a disposable one. He hasn't even washed it, and he's breathing that in, and he's thinking he's saving himself.
I gotta think about that mask. It's funny as hell. Here we go. Let me pull it up. Pause this. Back it up. There you go. This is me. I mean, it's not really me, but I can see me doing this, man.
Look at this idiot with the mask on. I'm gonna take care of her.
You, with the mask on. COVID is over. Lower your mask. Drop your phone. Put your hands at 10 and 2. The light's green. Go.
Look at this idiot.
That person's face, like, what the?
It's just like, oh, okay.
I mean, me and my wife were actually laughing when this whole thing was on. And you see the man sitting and driving and the woman in the back seat with the mask.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to bed and you lie in the same bed at night without mask.
Well, you see somebody driving down the road with a mask on by themselves
with gloves, everything. You know?
And I'm like, do you go to bed with a condom on by yourself too?
Listen to this. This is the most stupidest one I've seen. A man and a woman walking down, holding hands. One's got a mask on one hand. I mean, if that's not fucking stupid, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
It's really dumb stuff. It's like,
well, they said if you went into a restaurant, you had to wear one, but then when you sat down at your table, you didn't have to wear it, which apparently means that if you were in a wheelchair, you wouldn't have to wear one going to your table, right? Because you're down below, I guess, COVID level or something. I was trying to figure that out. You know, I figured if you I try to, lay it out logically like that. If it's okay if I'm sitting at my table, then if I came in a wheelchair, I wouldn't have to wear one at all, right?
Well, I went to McDonald's without a mask on, and she went, I need your name and address. I says, what, for a burger? Yeah, like I says, well, I'm not giving you my name and address. So she went, I'm not serving you then. So I didn't get McDonald's.
Wow.
Thank God.
Oh
Yeah, I know, like, but
Yeah, there's nothing under the golden arches that belongs in the human body at all.
but I'm not gonna lie, I like an odd McDonald's burger now and again.
Mm. Well, they would look at me normally, like a lot of times I carry a Kimber 45 on my hip, and I'd walk in some place and somebody'd say, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" I'd just smile and go, "Oh, I'm not in that. I'm not in that." And that's all the further it would go. I just like, "Oh no, that's for you. I'm not in that. I'm not doing that. No, I don't believe in that." Had the girl at Walmart hand me a mask. I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." And I turned away from her to the garbage can, dropped it in, and walked on past her. I was like, I'm not doing this. And so I didn't the whole time. I didn't stay home. I didn't not go places. I didn't wear that stupid shit thing on my face. Not one bit.
All I said was, I'm exempt from your bullshit.
Yeah.
Barry Ross says McDonald's burgers are made of homeless people and soybeans.
The best thing about it, though, there weren't any law that you had to wear them anyway. It was just bollocks.
It was just a bill that was passed.
Yeah,
It's not actually law.
Well, people don't understand
what the people saw it as law.
They don't understand what the legal definition of a mandate actually is.
Mm-hmm.
When you're told that it's a mandate, you think that, it's a requirement. No, it's not. Black's Law Dictionary defines a mandate as a strongly worded request that is only valid upon agreement by the requestee. Okay?
But
So you can say, you have to wear a mask, and I can say, you can shove it up your nose, and there's nothing they can do about it because I did not agree.
Look, Dave, on like government websites, you can find out all that information. You know what I mean? Because government don't want suing. They're not stupid.
No.
Somebody goes and sues the government. Oh, you made me wear a mask. They'll be like, no, we didn't make you wear a mask at all. You know what I mean? It's on you to go and find out what's what.
You went along with the contract. All contracts are voluntary. Okay. Now, coercion tactics were used, but all contracts are voluntary. And for them to strongly request that I do something doesn't mean that I have to comply with it. I can say, no, I don't accept your offer. No, thank you.
I have this. I was trying to find this one meme that I had. It was this. It says, "If you ever feel stupid, just remember this lady sitting on one of those chair lifts by herself with a mask on."
Oh my God! Yeah.
I've seen them with mask, face visor, rubber gloves on their own.
I still see that here, man.
Outside.
Oh man, they had people making their own contraptions out of water bottles and shit, wearing them like a helmet over their head with a rebreather coming out the back of it.
Yeah, I've got a picture with somebody with about 50 car filters all taped together in front of his mouth, and there's loads of them.
Yeah, people just nuts with that shit. Nobody's ever seen a virus.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's ever even seen one. I think it's hilarious. If you've never looked into terrain theory, I highly suggest it. I mean, it's
definitely look at that. That is really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do if your fish tank is dirty and your fish gets sick? What do? Do you isolate the fish or do you clean the tank?
I like him. It's the quote. The terrain is everything. The germ is nothing.
Yes.
From Claude Bernard. No, it wasn't. It was Claude Bernard said it, and apparently Louis Pasteur said he was right, and then on his deathbed, apparently. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
So, guys, I think we're going to end the show, yeah?
Okay.
And, well, it was a cool chat, though. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, let's see if Peter will come and chat. He said he would, so...
I hope he does.
It'll be... Yeah.
Are you going to give him a piece of your mind, Michael?
Yeah, if he'll talk to me.
Yeah, Peter, you're more than welcome to come and have a discussion. Just know if you bring any of the rubbish you just brought, you're gonna get totally ripped to shreds. But
No, definitely.
But yeah, it was good. I already got already got the video for what you're going to be doing on Thursday. Looking forward to that. PJ, you want to shout out your stream tomorrow?
Oh yeah, it's stream tomorrow. Third part of the AI thing. Me and Mike will be presenting. There'll be a few people on the panel and that. Not presenting. We'll be hosting. I don't know about presenting much. But, yeah, third part, third and kind of final part. Yeah, tomorrow, same time as Flats goes on. Vicky's put the link in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. And then Dave, you going on tonight?
Yeah, I'll be on tonight, 9:35. We're going to discuss the waters below, possibly. See about what's up with this huge, massive ocean under the earth. This is, this has got my head screwed.
It debunks the ball, doesn't it? Can only happen on a flat plane. Debunks.
Yeah, how I'm just thinking of the little jawbreaker they always try to fly by you.
Yeah.
You know, here's what the Earth looks like at a cutaway view. Oh, okay. How do you know that shit? And that's how I'd like to know how they know that this thing is 400 miles under the Earth if they only ever dug down 8 miles.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, nice one, Matthew. You told us the other day, nice one. Bless you, man.
So I think they're lying about the distance to it.
How do they know what's inside? Suppose Jupiter and Saturn when they even dug 8 miles down on Earth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's some crazy stuff. That
they make all these claims and have nothing to back it up.
No.
And it's like, yeah, prove it. Prove it.
You can't truly find out what's inside something without getting inside it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're telling
I
me
have
they've
a
been to
computer that
Jupiter
told
and
me.
Saturn and had to look what's inside them. Yeah.
Well, what I think's interesting too is that the part of that news story about it was talking about how it would affect the P waves and shit in an earthquake.
Yeah.
And I wonder how
it goes all over the place. Is that what it means?
PhD Tony, the expert in this field, supposedly, has he that was one of the things that was posed to him, is that what medium is it? You're going through different mediums. What are they all? And now if it's water, now we got another thing going on, don't we?
Well, the P wave and S waves predicted there'd be such and such at certain levels, and when they actually dug them levels, it was wrong. So
yeah, they were wrong the whole way down with the deep cola borehole.
Yeah.
In
So like P waves and S waves mean nothing.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing.
That's why that makes you think as well when they point to the sky and say, "Oh, we do spectrometry, and then we know it's a gas giant here, or this comprised." Yeah, if you can't get it on Earth correct, how do you think you're going to get it in space?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's bad. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. I think it was a great show. I'll see you guys all Wednesday for another epic show. Got a nice one lined up. It's another biblical one. It's about the firmament. Is it an expanse or a firmament?
Ooh.
So it's going to be exciting. Hope to see you guys there. I'll see you guys in Wednesday.